Hello and welcome back to Pitch Perfect Live. I'm Ayisha Gulati and I'm joined by Jamie Spangher. Now, you might notice we've got a bit of a different backdrop today. We're trying something new. We are broadcasting live from our balcony in Zurich, Switzerland. So let us know your feedback. Do you like it? What can we change? Just give us your feedback. As always, we want to hear from you.
Pitch Perfect on tour, just about 10 metres.
Yeah, 10 metres
However,
on tour.
We've got the lovely mountains, the city of Zurich behind us. We thought a BTS, get everyone seeing behind the scenes of what we're seeing every day.
Exactly. We wanted to show it to you, share the absolute beauty of Zurich with you guys, wherever you're watching around the world. So thank you for joining us, as always. We have the wonderful quiz going today. The QR code, please do scan it. The link is also in the description on YouTube or wherever you might be listening for podcasts. Do get involved. There's been very competitive leaderboards going on. We're getting quite a lot of messages saying I topped the leaderboard yesterday. So anyway, we want to hear from you. How are you doing in the quizzes? Are you learning? Give us your feedback as always, and do get involved. We also we've got lots to look forward to. We're going to be doing our tops cards later on and all our other fabulous things. We've got a lot of Lionesses content to show you as well, because we were able to catch up with the brilliant Lauren Hemp yesterday. So got some great clips from her. But we're going to dive straight in because we didn't broadcast yesterday. Apologies about that, but we had a bit of a clash with England media activity. So we've got a jam-packed show today, and it feels only right that we start with the teams that have qualified, because we now have that on paper. 4 teams are through. We've got the flags here. I'm not sure if you can see them, but Group A, we saw, of course, Norway top the group, and Switzerland, yes, the host nation, with that dramatic equaliser, that late equaliser, which was just fantastic. And of course, yesterday we saw Spain and Italy go through. Maybe not that surprising there, but anyway, we're going to dissect it all.
Yeah.
So, Jamie, first things first, let's start with Group A.
Let's do it.
Norway, we've been maybe a bit critical, but it was a convincing win the other night, right?
Certainly. I think their first 2 games, obviously against Finland and Switzerland, they scraped a really close result. They probably weren't the better team in either of those performances, but against Iceland, they were comprehensive. They had a very, very heavily rotated squad. Gemma Granger swapped a lot of her starters, Guro Reiten, Ada Hegerberg. These players didn't start. It was the players off the bench that made the impact. So I think that she's kind of finding a formula now with this Norwegian team. Trust the bench. It's not just the stars, it's everyone in the squad. And yeah, it was a comprehensive win. They deserve that. And invincible, 9 points in the league. So in the group. So yeah, Norway in the quarterfinals. I think we expected that, didn't we?
Yeah, team to watch maybe. I think they're sort of growing into their stride a little bit, maybe slower start than we would have hoped, but...
Yeah, definitely. That's how it is in major tournaments. Sometimes teams falter. We saw that with England against France. They obviously came out and smashed the Netherlands. So for Norway right now, it's growing into the tournament. They've got a nice, kind side to the draw. So I wouldn't be surprised if they progress.
Yeah, well, the team we're most excited about, having got through to the quarterfinals, is, of course, the host nation, Switzerland. Wow. What a dramatic game. It was a 1-1, which on paper doesn't sound very exciting, but actually it was very exciting. Finland knew they needed a win. Switzerland knew they needed a draw. Finland scored with a penalty. Oh, that was tough. And then that late equaliser. Well, Jamie and I were lucky enough to be in the fan zone in Zurich for that. And we're going to show you a clip of what the atmosphere there was like.
Rassismus. So,
Wow, nothing better than seeing the host nation get through. And you saw a bit of a clip of me sliding down one of those things in Zurich as well. We're having a great time here. It's really lovely. We met a lot of the fans the other night. Yeah, really, really fantastic here. And yeah, it's always great to see the hosts get through. And I think someone we need to shout out, Geraldine Reuteler.
Oh.
She has picked up the Player of the Match award in all 3 of Switzerland's games. And she even picked it up when Switzerland lost.
Yeah. She has been unbelievable, and she deserved it in that Norway loss as well. She's just lit up the pitch, and the thing with Reutler, right, is she's so attacking minded, and she's so lethal in the final third, but her defensive work rate, she's a workhorse. I genuinely think I put out a post on X saying she has touched every single blade of grass on that pitch. She is just phenomenal. Her work rate, her athleticism, but it's just a star that's kind of been born. She's been really, really strong for Frankfurt while she's there in the Bundesliga, but it's a player that hasn't made her impact on the global stage yet. And I think a lot of us are now getting to know her, and it's a pleasure to be able to watch her play. And she's one of many Swiss players out there that are just playing with passion and heart and just embodying what it means to be at a major tournament.
For sure. It felt like while she was on the pitch, anything could happen, and Switzerland could definitely get back in it, and they did. And what a moment that was. We hope that clip gives you a bit of an insight, but it can't tell the whole story. It was genuinely amazing, like crazy. You could see how much it means to people. And I think just for women's football in this country as well, that we saw in England, the further the hosts can go, the better it is. So, yeah, long may that continue. Although
I don't know how long it will be continuing.
They have set up a clash against the giants that are just the world champions, you know, just Spain. But I said this to you yesterday. It's then their quarterfinal clash is going to be tricky regardless.
Yeah.
So what better way than to have that tie against sorry, little wasp on me, against Spain, which is just amazing. Like, what an occasion that is going to be.
It doesn't get better than that.
No.
Like, we've spoken about it. Again, Switzerland are going into these final 8 teams is probably the least likely to push on, but they've got the host nation behind them. If you're going to go out in the quarterfinals, because let's be honest, the odds aren't stacked in their favor, you may as well do it against the best team in the world and just show your fans what you're made of. Let the Swiss fans see what you're made of against the best players in the world. I just think it's phenomenal. It's one of those football stories that we're all begging to be written in, and here it is.
Yeah, for sure. And also, we've said it before, it's tournament football. Anything can happen.
Exactly.
On paper, of course, everyone would expect Spain to win, but, you know, we saw, for example, the Champions League final.
Yeah.
On paper, Barcelona should have won, but it's only 90 minutes. And I think that is the beauty of this knockout football. Well, why not? Why can't Switzerland do it? Why not? That's the fairy tale we all want to happen. Let us know your thoughts. How far can Norway go? How far can Switzerland go? We want to hear from you. Let us know. Well, Group B, Jamie, you and I travelled to Bern last night. That was quite a late night for us, so excuse the tired eyes. Hopefully the outdoor lighting is doing something for us.
Some favours, maybe.
But no, wow. The Bern Stadium, the Water Stadium, the Wankdorf where the young boys play, and amazing.
It was incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Spain fans brought the noise. Italy fans brought the noise. Italy scored first. If you didn't see that, it ended 3-1, but Italy scored first. So you can imagine what happened there, because Italy would have topped the group had they won. They ended up not winning, but to score first, and what a goal!
What a goal, and what a strong performance as well, right? Like Spain, I think if we've learned anything from Spain in the group stages is that they are the best attacking team in the world, and there is no doubt about it. However, there's defensive vulnerabilities there, so other teams might be looking at them and saying, look, Belgium put 2 past them, Italy scored first. There's chances to exploit this Spanish team, and I think the Italians coming up against Norway will be a juicy fixture as well. So I'm excited. I thought last night embodied a lot, because Spain and Italy in the men's game, such big hitters, and they love their European football, and I'm glad that translated into the Wankdorf Stadium.
No, it definitely did. I thought both sets of fans were really brilliant. It was a full stadium, and it's a big one, really, like a big stadium. And I mean, of course, there was stuff riding on it. It wasn't loads riding on it. I think people expected both teams to qualify ahead of the fixture. But yeah, just great to see that atmosphere and how lively it was. But yeah, I turned and said to you, Spain look beatable, because I think they do. And it's easy to say that because they were pretty much already through, so they probably didn't go full gear. But they played their top team, and Bonmati was sort of absent for a lot of the game. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, whoever they come up against, because will they ramp it up? Will people be able to get goals past them? Should be good.
We'll see. TBC.
Tasty,
very
fixtures.
tasty fixtures.
So Italy, like you mentioned, I think give the people at home maybe an idea of what Italy can bring to the competition, because people might be less familiar with Italy as a side and some of the players.
Yeah, Italy have been a bit of a dark horse over the last 2 years because they've actually pulled some really strong results against some big hitters, right? In the last 18 months, they've beaten Spain and they've drawn to Spain, right? So that's a side that they went and they really competed with last night. We all watch Italian football. If you watch men's football, you know that they love a defensive block. They love to kind of hit through the counter-attack, possession football. They're not like the Spanish in the flair and the tiki-taka. They like to play the defensive block and work from there. And I think that translates to the women's team. That's how they like to play football. And they've got some really, really strong counter-attacking abilities. Their strikers like to hold the ball up at their feet. If you're English and you watch Alessia Russo, it's very similar to that. Get the ball to her, she'll hold it up and then she'll play on. So I think that Italy will cause some damage to some teams that maybe are a bit unresponsive on the counter-attack. And I think they're now going up against Norway, who we can see have been like that, right? Switzerland exploited that. Finland exploited that. So you never know with Italy. I think that there is a shoe-in to get to the semi-finals for them, but they are coming up against Norway. However, just a fun team to watch, I think.
Yeah, agree. And great fans, as we already
Great
mentioned.
fans. That national anthem was like goosebumps.
So
probably
good.
Other than the Norwegian one, that was amazing.
Well, that's going to be a battle of the anthems, isn't it?
We'll coin it the battle of the anthems.
Battle of the anthems. Yeah, that's going to be a good fixture. Got to just go for the anthems and then go home.
Head home, get a beer, go home, get an early night.
Okay. So you've already touched on it there, but who do you think is going to win these quarterfinals? Who are your semi-finalists from these four?
I'll go Spain, and I'm going to back Italy just because I want to back Italy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Spain are going to beat Switzerland, unfortunately, and then I'll back in Italy.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to go maybe a bit more down the line and go Spain and Norway.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Mine's more hope than anything.
Yeah, and come on, Switzerland, you can do it.
Switzerland and Italy in the semi-finals. That's what the people want.
That's what the people want. That's what we all want. Yeah, for sure. Well, as we mentioned, apologies we didn't do a show yesterday, but we were catching up with the England media. They had Lauren Hemp come and talk to us at their media centre. So bit of behind the scenes. England and all the teams have a media centre. They have a hotel, and England's media centre is actually at their hotel, which is just this incredible hotel.
Amazing.
It's this castle up in the mountains. It's really beautiful. Look on England's sort of social medias and you'll see all the players having a great time there. They're really doing the best. Esme Morgan's especially. Look at Esme Morgan's TikTok.
She's always bringing the content from the line.
She's good vibes, but you can get a lot of behind the scenes stuff there. But yeah, so we go to their hotel where their media centre is, and they put forward a player, and we're able to speak to them, ask them questions in a press conference, and get a bit of behind the scenes, get a bit of intel, how they're feeling, what's going on basically. So that person was Lauren Hemp yesterday. And before we dive into it, just a quick word on Lauren Hemp. We've given her shout outs on this show before, but I think that this England team would be a shadow of itself without Lauren Hemp.
Exactly right. And we've seen that recently, right? When Lauren James and Lauren Hemp were injured, England looked a shell of themselves. This is a player that for club and country makes such an impact and still doesn't get the praise that she deserves. Like Manchester City implode without her on the wing because she's not just quick, she's so technical. And something that we won't play on the show, but something she mentioned in the press conference was the fact that she knew what she wanted to do out of that Netherlands game. And it wasn't just beat them for pace. It was, she rinsed Kirsten Kasparov, right? She was so technical, cutting in when she needed to, playing the channels when she wanted to. So for Lauren Hemp, she's just so underrated, continues to be underrated. And I don't think England would be anywhere near where they are without her.
Yeah, and that was an interesting matchup because you spoke about Kasparov against Hemp before, because of course they are Manchester City teammates, and you said who's going to get the better of the other, and that was just a clear contest.
Clear contest.
Lauren Hemp just absolutely flew.
She rinsed her, and it was a really, really hard battle because I felt like it was more Lauren Hemp knew Kasparov's vulnerabilities, and Kasparov didn't clock on to Hemp's vulnerabilities because she's so unpredictable. She can do absolutely everything on the ball.
For sure. Well, Lauren Hemp is, of course, amazing. We mentioned Lauren James. We will sing about these players till the cows come home. But another player who we will keep singing their praises of is Ayisha Russo. And Lauren Hemp was full of praise for Ayisha Russo in the press conference yesterday. And here is what she had to say about her Lionesses teammate.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's already bagged about 3 assists, so she's a massive, important player for us. She's incredible, and like she's so selfless. Like she'll set players up, and I feel like it's not just scoring that makes her an unbelievable player. It's the things she does off the ball. It's the work that she does on the ball as well. Creates loads of chances for everyone else, and like she's a great person, and we all want to see her do so well. And I feel like it doesn't matter that she's not scored yet. Like she's contributed so much to this team winning. And yeah, I mean, it's only a matter of time before she scores anyway, so I doubt I'll have this conversation for very long, but no, she's a fantastic player.
Fantastic player indeed. Off camera just there, Jamie just goes, I love the Lionesses. So we've converted her. We have converted her.
Maybe. We'll see. It's yet to be confirmed. I did say that though.
She said it.
Confirmed. Cool.
Those on the TikTok live will have caught that. So yeah, we do behind the scenes on our TikTok lives as well. So don't miss that.
The
If you want
receipts
the
are
behind
there
the
if you want to use it for blackmail.
Exactly. As always, you can catch all of the videos in full on Haters TV YouTube channel. That Lauren Hemp full press conference is there. It was a really good one, actually. It was really nice to hear from her, because sometimes we've said before she's understated. She's so she's just I don't know, she's just very like humble, I think.
She doesn't know her
sing
own
her
ceiling.
praises. She doesn't know she doesn't know her ceiling. She's just brilliant. Lovely.
We love Hempo.
Yeah, we love Hempo. And we love Russo. And I think we need to talk about Russo. She got that player of the match the other day. People raised a few eyebrows, but people have said it's nice that it's not just goal scorers who are being recognised. And I think that's a really valid point. I think either Lauren James or Alessia Russo could have won that Player of the Match award the other day. But Russo, and I love what Kit said when he was on the show. Shout out to Kit when he was on the show the other day. He said, actually, her actual finishing is 8 out of 10, and her off the ball sort of assists and all the rest of it a 10 out of 10. Her work rate, etc., which makes her a 9 out of 10 striker. And I was like, that's really valid. But yeah, what can we expect more of from Russo this competition? She's shown that she really steps up in those big moments.
She is second to none in the world for her hold-up play and her ball use. I think that she might actually be the best striker in the world at that, getting the ball at her feet, right? I was mentioning the Italians before, but Alessia Russo does it better than anyone. And it allows England to open up a different field of play, right? Because when you've got someone like Lauren Hemp, who is absolutely rapid, you want to play the ball into that channel. You've got Chloe Kelly and Beth Mead, who are very, very physical and creative. But then you've also got an outlet up top that can hold the ball up and then unleash these wingers. It means that England are so unpredictable going forward. And I think that that's what they found out during the Dutch game, right? They weren't able to connect with her and make her work against France because France was set up well. It's all about the midfield battle, right? If they're losing the midfield battle, Alessia Russo's almost out of the game because she wants the ball at her feet. She doesn't want to be a crash the box striker. So for England, it's about utilising those strengths and getting the ball to her because she's a playmaker, and I agree with Kit. I think she's just incredible at playmaking. She deserved those assists. Look, say what you want. I think Lauren James is the best player in the world, so I thought she was the player of the match. But if Alessia Russo's getting it, I'm not complaining because she lit up the stage, and it brings England another dimension that I don't think they've had before. Because Ellen White was an incredible number 9, right? Jodie Taylor was an incredible number 9, but Alessia Russo's a hold-up 9, and she unlocks something in this Lionesses side.
For sure. Well, we've mentioned Alessia Russo there, and we mentioned sort of the power of good wingers as well. And I feel like that is not quite Euros related, but it brings us nicely onto a bit of a talking point in the news. You guys might have heard we are on the verge of the first £1 million transfer in women's football, which is incredibly exciting. Olivia Smith of Liverpool potentially moving to Arsenal, and that is an exciting prospect. I think two things. Olivia Smith linking up with Alessia Russo. Scary. But just more generally, as a point in women's football, I wanted to touch on it because what does this mean for the growth of the game?
It means so much for the growth of the game, right? So it was initially reported by Tom Garry of The Guardian. The terms have been agreed between Liverpool and Arsenal. It's very, very set in stone that Olivia Smith will become an Arsenal player in the coming weeks, which is exciting for Arsenal. It's very, very exciting for women's football. And we spoke to Lauren Hemp about it as well. Someone asked her, what does this mean? And she was like, it means everything because we're being valued on the international stage. And I think, let's say in 5 years, £1 million signings will be the given. It'll be what we're paying for these world-class players. But right now, it's about putting the money on the table and saying, you're worth this. We want to grow the game. We want these players to get a fraction of the wage that the men's players get, right? And this is an investment for the future. She's 20 years old. She's a very, very exciting young winger. She was obviously already one of the best players in the WSL last year in her debut season. So I think it's important that women's football, not just Arsenal, but women's football, we've seen it with Chelsea for years, are looking at young prospects and saying, we want to invest in you, we want to develop in you, and we want to value you. And that's why we're paying so much.
Yeah, well said. I don't think I have anything else to add. That was perfectly put. I think it's about time that women's football is valued in that way. So long may that continue. Well, yeah, I was just thinking about the link up between those two as well. Like,
scary.
I think
Chloe
Arsenal
Kelly
fans are
wing.
probably very excited about that. Eyes
can confirm.
Okay, well, back to our wonderful Lionesses and Lauren Hemp. We're talking about the importance of women's football and valuing it. I think something that was so special about Euro 2022 was what the England team did in terms of inspiring that new generation. And actually, I put that question to Lauren Hemp yesterday, just around the importance of the Lionesses as role models. And here's what she had to say. Hi, Lauren. I was speaking to some of the fans outside the stadium the other day, and I met this young girl who was decked head to toe, your kit, sunglasses, saying Lauren Hemp on them. I said, who's your favourite player? She said, Lauren Hemp, of course.
Well, I've got hemp glasses and a hemp t-shirt. So
I was going to say, I probably couldn't get a fine choice. What do you love so much about Hemp?
Well, she plays in my position. She's got a great name, Lauren, and she's just amazing. She's speedy, her strength is amazing. She can just make magic out of nowhere.
And I just wondered whether you guys ever take a moment to reflect this impact you guys have had and continue to have in terms of inspiring the next generation.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be role models. Like, something we always hope for is to bring that younger generation with us and, yeah, really show them what it takes to be a women's footballer. And, like, I mean, we're all loving it here at this tournament as well, and we want to show people that just doing the thing that you love can also be your job, and it's important to show that as well. And I mean, it, like I said, when walking around Zurich, it's so nice to see younger girls, younger boys, like wanting to grow up and be like you. Like, it's incredible, and for me, it makes me so proud. And remembering the journey that I had once when I was a young girl, wanting to grow up and be like Jill Scott, like Steph Orton, like. Yeah, it's so nice to see, and it's so great to be able to pave the way and to show girls that your dreams can come true. Oh, so lovely. Your dreams can come true. Yeah, it's so true. And we're watching the Lionesses and all the footballers on the Euro stage just have their dreams coming true and hopefully inspiring that next generation. Yeah. And I caught up with Aggie yesterday as well, because Aggie Beaver-Jones, when we go to the media activity, there's often a press conference and then there's also a sort of written roundtable. So we can write a piece, we can speak to a player, and then we write a piece. That's available on the Haters TV website if you want to have a read of that. But yeah, Aggie Beaver-Jones opened up on, again, just her dreams sort of coming true and how surreal it all is for her to be here. She's 21, like it's incredible. You know, she said her hopes for this year were just to get selected. She's done that. She's now got minutes under her belt. Who knows whether she'll get more or not, but she's got such a bright future ahead of her. Just being a part of this, a part of the England camp is just so valuable at this age.
Oh, it's so valuable, isn't it? And I think that you hear these stories of all these young players where they were at Euro 2022. I remember Grace Clinton was also watching it with fans, I think, just as an England fan. So this is the investment into the future that the Lionesses have. They were once inspired by that 2022 group, and now they are doing the inspiring, right? You've got so many young kids wearing Beaver-Jones, and she's only 21. Like, this is an investment for the future. The Lionesses of the future is so, so exciting. And I think that that's what we almost forget sometimes because of how good the current squad is. You've got Grace Clinton, Jess Park, Aggie Beaver-Jones, Michelle Adjumang, May Letitia. They're all under the age of like 23. Yeah. Like, that's ridiculous. And they're inspiring kids already, and they're still basically kids themselves.
Yeah, so true. Yeah. And no, it's true. I mean, like and there's more, right? Those are just the select few who've been picked for this senior tournament. But, you know, there's so many. It's just very exciting prospect. So, yeah, really lovely to hear Lauren Hemp's view there on how they can all reflect that and just be proud of themselves. Like, it's all to do with those guys. Well, we also caught up with Lionesses, you know, talking about Lionesses fans, talking about role models and, you know, what it means to them. And we asked the fans exactly what the Lionesses mean to them, and they gave us some lovely answers. So we wanted to share them with you. And when did you fall in love with the Lionesses?
Probably. Well, I started playing football when I was about 10, so 2018, but the Euros in 2022 just made me become obsessed with them.
Well, I started playing football when I was 7, so probably about when I was like 8 or 9.
I don't know. I think the 2019 World Cup was the main one, and then that's when I started playing football as well with Leanne. And then I think it was just like actual women playing football.
So we play football ourselves, and it's really good to just like look up to them, and they're really just amazing role models. So yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, same as she said, they're just always been people we've looked up to, and to come here and watch them is just obviously a dream for female footballers like us. So yeah, it's just good to be here.
Well, I got tickets for the 2022. I got it for the semi-finals and the finals. And then my daughter used to play football. I used to coach her, and she got back into it. And I just thought, do you know what? This is great. And we had such a lush time. And we went down to Wembley, and I'd been watching football for years and years. Nobody I'd ever supported had won anything, and then the Lionesses won it. And I just thought, well, this is brilliant. This is
the team for me. Yeah.
But I mean, I was already sold anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I think probably when that back heel went in, was it Rousseau?
Yeah.
At Sheffield, I was just gobsmacked with that one. It was just like mint.
Just the movement that they've done, I think. I used to play football when I was younger, and then growing up and now seeing how big and how amazing they've done for the females in sport is great.
Obviously, I started playing football again, and then pretty much the World Cup got the bug back, and it's women's football, isn't it? Better than any other sport. So
I'm here with my friends and we all play football together. So we went to the final in 2022, and it's just great to be here because we just made us fall in love with it all over again.
Well, I watched the final in 2022 and I got properly into it in 2024.
And now you're here in Zurich. Tell me how you're feeling about watching the Lionesses in Switzerland.
Yeah!
I loved that young girl.
So cute.
And that flag that she'd made for Lotte.
A whole lot of lot of
love for Lotte. Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah, very clever. See, the Lionesses of the future are the smart ones.
Honestly, it's true. Doesn't that just make you emotional?
So
the one that made me
emotional.
the most emotional was that lady, probably in her 30s or so, saying I started playing football again because of the Lionesses. So many young girls stopped playing football because it wasn't accessible, and now they're inspired again to say, hey, they can do it. I can go have a kickabout with my mates. I think it's not just about the young girls, it's about women, it's about older women, it's just about everyone that enjoys it, right?
Anyone.
Yeah,
It's everyone's
anyone.
game.
That middle-aged man, the dad, was amazing. He talked to us for about 3-4 minutes,
Oh,
just
yeah, he was-
rattling off all the players he loved. It was incredible.
Oh, he was wonderful. Yeah, no, he and that what he mentioned about the bonding with his daughter over it and stuff. And we had quite a lot of those stories, and it's like finding like that shared common interest. And it's just brilliant.
The
Really
best one
lovely to
was
hear from them.
Lauren Hemp's #1 fan
Yeah.
said that her mum actually got her the tickets
Yeah,
as a surprise. Flew over to
surprise.
Zurich, which is just beautiful, isn't it? Best present ever. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, yeah.
Good on you, mum.
Yeah, too right. I did say that. I said, "Are you sure you don't want to get on screen? You deserve." She's like, "No, absolutely not, absolutely not. No, fair enough." Well, it's time for our tops cards. Top swaps.
Don't even need therapy tops today.
No,
Happy thought.
we've got wonderful a pack each of
Let's go.
top stickers. For those of you who might be new to the show, we open a pack of tops stickers every day. We are trying to complete our pitch perfect tops sticker book. We're doing well, but we need your help. We set up an online swapping shop. It's gotswaps.club. That's gotswaps.club. It's coming up on the bottom of the screen now. It's super exciting. You can enter really easily what you've got, what you need, what you've got spares of, and it matches up with amazing technology that our wonderful developer built. And we can all swap. So in order to do that, you need to enter your email address. So do that at the bottom of the page. There's a little person icon. Click on that, enter your email, and hopefully the rest is fairly self-explanatory. But drop us any messages if you need any help. We met actually these wonderful guys, Claire and Becky, who were in the Zurich fan park, and they had this sign up saying, who wants to swap with us? Who's got stickers to swap with us? And I just ran off and I was like, join our swaps club. And they did. So looking forward to swapping with those guys. Looking forward to swapping with all of you. Go on, Jamie. Do
All
the
right,
honours.
shall I?
Yes.
Put my mic down. Okay, I have a good feeling about this one today.
Yeah.
All right. Not a great start.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, Finland are gone. Ria Oling of Finland.
Still need them.
Ariana Caruso of Italy scored the first goal of the tournament for
Yeah.
Italians. Lynette Berenstein, another great player,
Netherlands,
unfortunately. Olga Carmona of the Spanish. That's a
wow.
great one. Magdalena Eriksson of Sweden. That's a legend. And then I've got Adriana Achinska from Poland.
Amazing.
It's not bad. Could be. I feel like we don't have any
I
doubles.
think maybe one double.
Yeah.
Potentially Italy, but
Mm.
we'll need to check.
We'll
be
see.
checking after this, and I'll be entering it in our on gotswaps.club.
Here we
Okay,
go.
here goes. Dun dun dun.
The moment of truth.
Okay, well, it's a good start. We've got a Swiss player. We've got Elvira Herzog of Switzerland.
Nice.
Woo. Andrea Norton of Portugal knocked out yesterday.
Oh, we've
Pauline Peyraud-Magnin of France. She is following.
I think we've
us
got about
around.
four of
We've
her.
got about 4 of her. So if you need her, give us a shout. We've got swaps.club. That's going in the swaps pile. Natasha Anasi of Iceland. We also have her.
Another one.
Also knocked out of the competition. We've got Hannah Lundqvist of Sweden. Of course, in action today. And I'm not sure whether we've got her or not. We've got 2 Sweden
I have a feeling
today,
we
though.
might have her.
I think we might have her.
Again, gotswaps.club.
Gotswaps.club. And I know we've got this one.
We
Kerry
do.
Holland of Wales. Wow. Well, Wales and Sweden, both pretty topical because we're going to be talking about both of those teams. In fact, let's jump in to
It's a nice
talking.
segue. Thank you, Kerry.
Thank you, Kerry. Because of course we've got that massive fixture tomorrow. Group D, England face Wales. Now, this is just tasty on so many levels.
Yeah.
Wales are tournament debutantes. England are, of course, the reigning champions. They are home nations facing off in a major tournament for the first time because Wales have not been in a tournament before. Wales have lost both of their previous games, but wow, Jess Fishlock got her moment in that tie against France the other day where they got their first goal of a major tournament.
Football writes itself sometimes. Like Wales, we've spoken about it. They're coming into this tournament. Their hopes probably aren't to go and progress into the knockouts, but they're playing against 3 big hitters. It's an incredible experience for those players that deserve it. And Jess Fishlock is not only a Welsh legend, but she's a women's football legend, and she deserves that moment. It's so special. It's like at the World Cup when Katie McCabe scored the first ever goal for Ireland in their first major tournament. It just feels like sometimes football knows what it's doing with its narratives, and it's like poetry. And I was so ecstatic that got. Yeah, because it got disallowed and then it got recounted. It was great. They got to celebrate it twice.
All the emotions.
Basically 2 goals.
All the emotions. Yeah, no, for sure. But it's just going to be such a tasty tie. Like you say, well, the Wales and England rivalry just on its own is juicy. Then couple that with Wales have the opportunity to stop England progressing. Wow. It's going to be an absolute corker. But it's something that we asked Lauren Hemp about in her press conference. And here's what she said about the exciting matchup.
Yeah, it's going to be a really tough match. Obviously, we've got so much respect for Wales. They've done really well in the competition so far. But we're very desperate to win, and we know what it's going to take to win. And we've reviewed the last game. We've looked at the game going forward. And, yeah, I think we're just going to play to our strengths and do what we do. And, yeah, you never know what you're going to get from this England team. But I tell you what you will get is a lot of fight and a lot of character. And, yeah, we're going to try our absolute best to win. We know the rivalry is huge, so we want to win as much as possible. But, like, we respect you so much, done so well this tournament. So, yeah, we'll just see how Sunday goes.
Yes, that game tomorrow is going to be juicy. It's in St. Gallen. We've got matchday -1 media activities today. We're rushing off shortly after filming this to go and catch the Lionesses training and then off to St. Gallen Stadium later. The matchday -1 manager press conferences are always done at the stadium that the match will take place at. So, yeah, that's happening in St. Gallen later on today. You'll be there for the Wales and the England press conferences.
Yeah, getting to hear from Wilkinson and Wiegman. I'm very, very excited.
And there'll be some players alongside them too.
There'll be some players. Do you think Lauren Hemp, by any chance, has respect for Wales?
I think she's got respect. Well, Well, I think the team has respect for
She
Wales.
only said it 5 or 6 times.
Yeah, but it's true, right?
Yeah, we all got
I
respect
think
for Wales.
it's that classic people are so quick to write teams off
Yep.
and just that sort of thing. And it's like you can't actually be complacent in competitions. In major competitions, we said it at the beginning of the show, anything can happen. It's 90 minutes. And passion and desire is more important than any sort of footballing ability in these big moments. Honestly, you've got to turn up and you've got to play like you mean it. And I thought it was actually a bit disrespectful, the lineup that France put out against Wales the other day. It was, people considered it not their top strength side. They weren't through. So I think it's important to show the respect. And that question was asked to Serena Wiegman, would you think about resting players? And she goes, absolutely not. You can't be complacent. Yeah.
Exactly. I did say before the tournament, I think Wales will shake up this group a little bit. They'll pull a result. I don't necessarily think they'll do it against England, but even that performance against France in the opening 45 minutes completely tore apart their group stage game plan because they had to put on their starting 11. So it shook up France, and maybe the Netherlands will be licking their lips, although it does not seem very hopeful for them. We will see. We'll preview that one tomorrow.
We will indeed. We'll have a full preview of that tomorrow at the same time. Today, of course, we've got a really juicy fixture in Sweden versus Germany, in case you didn't spot our very brightly coloured shirts. But yeah, these are two of the best shirts in the in the tournament.
I hope they're playing in these.
Yeah, that would be good.
Fingers crossed.
Well, if they are, then maybe we might get the call up.
Yeah. Sub me in. I'm ready.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it's the battle for top spot in Zurich, here in Zurich later today, and potentially opposition of England should they get through the group stages. So what can we expect? Sweden need just a draw to top the group because they have that goal difference against Poland.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to come out on top?
I'm so excited for this fixture because they're two completely different teams. Like, these are two teams that are lining up against each other that have completely different things in their armory. And I think that Lena Hurtig header really, really helps Sweden because they can just pinch a draw, and we know how defensively sound and physical that they can be. So for Sweden, it's about composing themselves. It's about playing a strong defensive game and knowing that you have the strength in attack, right? So you don't have to sit back. You can just be headstrong and go forward that way. Germany need to play their own game. They need to be attacking. They need to be pacey. They need to get the ball in and behind. So these are two very different game styles, and they often make to be the best fixtures in major tournaments. So I think that Sweden can hold a draw. I really do think that. However, if Germany are on and they've, like Norway, grown into this tournament, I'm not sure. It's a hard one to call. What do you think?
Oh, it's really tough. I mean, I saw Sweden play the other day, and they took a while to warm up, but then when they did start going, they were quite impressive. I haven't seen Germany play in the flesh, but I'm backing Sweden for this one.
Yeah.
I think, especially because they only need a draw. So when I say backing them, I mean I think they're going to top the group.
Yeah.
Because I think a draw is actually quite a likely result. I think. I feel like there'll be goals though. I'm going to go for a 2-2. We've not done predictions in a while. I'm going to go for a 2-2.
I like that, I hope there's a lot of goals. I'm going to go, there's been a lot of 2-1s. It seems a bit obvious.
There has been a lot of 2-1s.
I'll go 1-1 Sweden, I think.
Yeah. We've got a comment here from Terry Russell saying, I think Sweden will win by finding spots in Germany's shaky defence. Yeah.
That is certainly a thing, because if we saw, even against Poland, like I was at the game against Poland, and Eva Pajor was causing so many nightmares, that German centre-back pairing of Rebecca Kanak and Minga. So it's going to be very hard for them to stifle this this Swedish attack, because Stina Blackstenius loves to run forward. Johanna Ryden-Kaneryd has got quick legs. So I'm with that comment. I really do think there's areas to exploit. Much like Spain, it feels like every big hitter in this tournament has an issue in defence, even England. So yeah, maybe it is about who scores the most goals tonight.
Yeah. Well, Sweden as well, they've got a lot of WSL stars. I feel like so if Sweden top the group and England come second, which feels potentially likely if France beat the Netherlands, then we would be teeing up Sweden versus England and Germany versus France. Okay, tasty. Wow. I mean, whichever way those four teams go, all tasty. So yeah, who's it going to be?
Oh,
It's
I'm so
exciting stuff.
excited.
Really,
I love
really
this. The back end
exciting.
of the group stages are the best because you start visualizing where everything is going to end up. But I wouldn't
Yes.
want to be in Group C or D, that's for sure.
No, for sure. Well, just a final word on the other two teams in Group C, who are Poland and Denmark. Of course, both knocked out, but just maybe just a word on what they've done this tournament that has maybe impressed you.
I think both teams are the best of the rest in terms of the teams that aren't qualifying for the knockouts. I think they've both held close score lines against teams and really, really taken the test of them. And Poland are on a -5 goal difference because they suffered a 2-0 loss to Germany and a 3-0 loss to Sweden. But the Germany game in particular, they were probably the better side for at least 60 minutes of the 90. So for Poland, it's about going into this final game of their major tournament, their debut major tournament, and saying, let's prove ourselves. Let's do what Wales did and get a goal. If either Pale scores, it's the moment made for the tournament for Poland. And for Denmark, I think they got really unlucky with the draw because they have an exceptional team as well. So it's a bit of a battle for the best of the rest. And I think both teams just should throw everything at it and then do their best.
Yeah, for sure. And the Poland fans against Sweden the other day, because I was at that match, and they're incredible, the Poland fans. And I really, really do hope Poland score, because they were singing so loudly throughout with sort of nothing to cheer about. And I'd love to see that moment for them, and for them to just have that, because we've said it before with Wales, that is what these tournaments are about, those big moments that those fans can then remember for the rest of their lives. I was there for that first tournament goal. So yeah, that's what we're hoping for. But yeah, whichever game you choose to watch, they'll both be great, I'm sure. Thank you for watching Pitch Perfect again this morning. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. In the meantime, do get involved in the QR code quiz. Scan the QR code, I should say, for the quiz. That's our daily quiz that Haters TV are doing. It's very exciting. There's a leaderboard, there's prizes to be won. The more you do each day, the better the prizes can be. And just get involved. It's a super fun way of testing your Euros knowledge. You've been enjoying coming up with some of those questions,
I've been
Jamie.
enjoying. I hope they're not too easy, not too hard. Bit of a balance of
Yeah,
both.
let us know your feedback on the questions as well. We've been getting some. So yeah, do get involved in that. Do get on gotswaps.club. Almost tripped up on my words there. We want to trade our tops stickers with you to complete our sticker book. And that just about sums things up. Tomorrow will be match day, England versus Wales. So exciting. So you don't want to miss that preview show. In the meantime, enjoy the Group C matches tonight. We will see you same time tomorrow.